Hi, lovies. It's Nikki Nash, and I am here with another question from one of our viewers. And this question comes from Susie. And Susie wants to know, how do you actually start your coaching business? Like, what does it take to really get started? She has limited time, and I want to answer this question in a way that not only serves you, Susie, but serves folks that may be in business already and may not be generating the amount of revenue that they're looking to achieve. And there are really only three things that you really need when you are launching or building a coaching business. And the first is you need a person with a problem. And so one of the things that I really encourage you to do is to sit down and get really crystal clear on who it is that you are most equipped to serve. You know, people typically don't look for coaches for just somebody to talk to and have fun with. They typically are coming with, hey, I have this challenge, or I have this big dream that I'm going after and I can't figure out how to get there, or my life is just not working out the way that I want it to. There are a list of reasons, but it usually doesn't come from a place of everything's good, I just want to chat with somebody, so I'm going to invest in coaching. So you really want to get clear on who is it that you're equipped right now to serve? What tools do you have in your toolkit? What training have you been through? And who can you best support based off of those tools in your toolkit? Now, this may be a specific problem that you can help solve, or it could be a specific type of category or specific category. So for example, I have a client who works with women who are in corporate and their life just isn't looking the way that they want it to. They're really struggling to balance, their personal life with their career. They have big dreams, big goals. They're highly ambitious, but they're just not able to keep the momentum in managing their life and their company life, corporate life, and it's just not sustainable. So she doesn't really care if the person is struggling as a new mom or if they're struggling as a parent at all, whether they have kids or not. But she knows that she, based off of the tools that she has, the experiences that she has, the training that she has, that these are the type of people that she, one, is equipped to help support, but also that brings her the most joy and that she really loves doing. So another example is with my business. I know that while there are many different types of, instances or situations that I'm equipped to support people, what I've been trained in and what I typically enjoy working in is helping entrepreneurs really build and scale their coaching, consulting, creative business. Now, are the tools in my toolkit possible to support, women in corporate? Yes, I've lived in that world. I have a number of different tools in that toolkit, but I know the type of person that I want to work with, the problem that I want to help solve, and the tools in my toolkit. So that's the first thing that I really recommend that you get clear on, is who is the person or the type of person that you really want to help support, especially when you're getting started. As you're in business longer and longer, that the category of people that you can support gets broader and broader. But when you're in business, the first 3 years, I would get really clear on who that, person is, what that problem is that you can help solve. Now, the second thing that you would need is some sort of system or roadmap or game plan to help people with that problem. Now, it may be very specific. It may be pretty broad, and you can adapt according to the person, but ideally you have some sort of roadmap in your mind of, hey, this is where my ideal client usually comes in and the people I work with usually are at, and here's where they want to end up, and I have a roadmap of how I'm going to get them there. And I may use different tools with different people, but I at least know that, to get from point A to point B, whichever path we take, there are certain things that, must happen. And so if you don't already have, whether it's a signature system or a clear idea of how you can help people and what it's going to take for your ideal clients, especially the ones that you're, starting off with, to help them accomplish their big dream or solve their big problem, I would sit down and really think about it. One of the things that I do with my clients is we sit down and we just talk about, tell me about people you've worked with or who you would love to work with. Tell me what they're going through. Tell me what their big problem is. Tell me what their big dreams are. And just talk to me about what you believe or what you know based off of your training and experiences and all of that, that they're going to need in order to get from point A to point B. And once you're clear on what all those things are, and we just list them all out and I put them on postcards. So this is an exercise you can do with yourself. Just write every individual thing that you know that they're going to need to do on postcards. And then what I do is I have them bucket them into categories, because there may be, multiple different things that you could do in order to help someone, but you may know that in general, the first thing they maybe need is clarity. And so you may have a number of different tools that could help them get clarity, but the first step could be they need to get clear on what their true desires are, or what's really getting in their way, or what's really not working in their life. I'm making this up a little bit, but you can bucket your coaching program into different categories, where maybe first it's clarity, then it's acceptance, again, making this up, then it's getting into action, then it's adjusting the actions you take, then it's, hitting your goal and reevaluating where you are and what's next for you, and starting the process over again. So there are tons of things that you may know how to do, but the clearer you can get on what it's going to take to help a person, the better it is going to be for you and for your business. Now, the reason why I say having some sort of signature system is super important is because it not only helps you have a clear idea of what it's going to take for your clients and how you can help them, it also helps you from a positioning standpoint, like a marketing and branding standpoint. Because if people can see that you have your own system and your own structure for supporting people, it differentiates you from everybody else who's doing what you do in your industry. For example, with my business, I have the Genius Method, and it's 5 P's that I know that, an entrepreneur will need, specifically, coaches, consultants, creatives, but it really works for any entrepreneur. But again, that's who I'm working with predominantly. The 5 things that I know that they're going to need if they want to build a profitable, successful 6-figure, 7-figure business. And so for me, I've mapped out that they need to have a strong connection with their purpose. And that's not just knowing where it is that they want to go in the next 10 years or why they are doing what they're doing. It's also, what is their core reason for going after this? What is the legacy they want to leave? Like really connecting into that emotional reason for why they believe they're on this planet, and making sure that that's connected to everything that they do. Because if you have actions or things on your to-do list and you can't tie it back to your purpose and how it's part of your bigger vision, it may not ever get done. So it's really getting clear on what their purpose is. I have them really focus on their positioning. How do you position yourself as an expert? How are you seen as someone who is a thought leader or the go-to person in your industry? I help them figure out their profitability and what offerings are they going to put out there? How are they going to structure it? How are they going to charge for it so that they can ensure that their business isn't just generating revenue, but it's profitable? How can they build their platform and their audience and their tribe of people that are, really connecting with them, following them, buying from them, learning from them, growing from them, and building that platform out? And how do they perform on a level higher and higher every time? There are certain habits, certain mindsets, certain systems that need to be put in place if you really want to build a 6-figure or 7-figure business. So I really have people focus on their performance. And those are the 5 things that I have mapped out and organized that I believe is truly important for my coaches and clients and people that I work with. So I encourage you to sit down and figure out what's yours. What are whether it's literally a process like a system, or whether it's just, hey, these are the 3 to 5 pillars or things that you need if you really want to transform your life. So person, a process, and the third is a way to connect the two. You need some sort of marketing strategy or system and sales system to really go, hey, here's this person with this problem. Hey, I have the solution. How am I going to connect the two? Because the reality is people aren't necessarily just going to find you because they have a problem and you have a solution. And so when you're just getting started, that could be things like, hey, I know exactly who I'm working with. I know exactly what my solution is, what my package is, what I'm offering. And now I'm going to reach out to everybody and their mother that I know and let them know, hey, if you know somebody who is this person, who with this problem, I have this solution for them, and I would love for you to connect us so that I can talk to them and see if working together would be right for them. When I started my consulting business, which is the first business that I started, I joined this networking group, and you had 60 seconds every week. You had 60 seconds to say, hey, this is who I am. This is what I need. And thank you. And the idea was that everybody could help refer you business. And so I got really good at going, okay, this is the specific person that I'm looking for. This is the specific problem that they're having. Here's how you know if you've met this person. These are some of the things that they would be saying. I have this solution. This is what it is. The next thing you can do is to literally connect me through them via maybe exchanging our numbers, or giving them my card, or having them text a number, or whatever it is. What step do you want them to take so that you can get them on the phone and support them and really see if they're a good fit for you. So when you're starting out, if you're going to use word of mouth or referrals, I encourage you to get really clear on the person that you want to be connected with, the problem that they have, how somebody would know if they've reached that person, and the next step that you want them to take, whether that's booking a call with you or sending you an email or something along those lines. Now, if you are looking for ways beyond, word of mouth or referrals, maybe you're somebody who's looking to do a heavy social media and really create a lot of content. And whether you're doing blogs, podcasts, Facebook lives, Instagram lives, LinkedIn post, whatever it is, but you're using that online marketing tool or platform as a way to build your audience, connect with more people, generate leads. So that may be what's next for you. Some of you may go, oh, actually, you know what? Webinars and trainings are right for me. And that's what I need to do, is craft that online training that I can have running anytime that invites people to book a call with you. So you really want to get clear on what is your system, your game plan for connecting the people with that problem that they have with your signature system and the product or service that you're offering. So those are the things that you really need to get started. One of the things that I encourage you to do is to take the time to really think about this and map it out. Oftentimes, and I've been there, you start your coaching business and you're like, woohoo, I'm starting. I'll work with anybody, or I can help everyone, or, let me just get a client and I'll figure out how I can help them along the way. And the best thing you could do is to know that this is a journey and a process, and you're always going to grow and develop. You're always going to get more training. You're always going to have more tools in your toolkit. But you can start off by really taking the time to think, wow, if somebody came to me with this problem, how would I truly help them? What do I really think that they need? Could I help them? And getting clear on that at first, because when you're able to help a specific person or specific groups of people with a specific problem, when you're getting started, that can grow and expand and you get more momentum, but you have to start somewhere. And so I would rather you start a little bit more specifically in terms of who you're helping and the problem that you're helping them solve, as opposed to going at it where I'll take anybody, I'm new, just so that you can really have those case studies, those testimonials, that proof point that you're able to support people, and then you can grow and expand who it is that you help and why as you get bigger. Cool. So hopefully that answered your question. If you have more questions, or if you're watching this video and you're not a member of my online community, I definitely encourage you to come join. It's a free group. If you just go to nikkinash.co/community, you'll get the info to be able to come on in and join and ask me questions and learn from the tribe. Cool. So this has been a pleasure, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.